EGM Network.
Good afternoon and welcome to Community Conversations. So glad you've been able to join us today. I've got a spectacular guest. All of my guests are great, but Karen Deigl and I go way back.
Way back.
Way back. And she and I continue to talk about all the many overlapping things that we do together. And so I've asked her to come today. She's going to tell us about some of the new things that are going on. We limited our conversation ahead of time on that.
Yes.
So I'll hear many of this, I think, for the first time.
You might. You might.
Yeah.
Instead of regurgitating a lot of the things that we always do, Senior Resource Association has launched into a few new things this past year, and so.
Although I'm still going to give you a plug for Meals on Wheels volunteers.
Thank you. Yes, that's always an important one. We'll finish up with that.
Okay,
for sure.
Deal.
So the first one I wanted to talk about is the Senior Resource Association Foundation. This past year, in fact, July 1st was the launch of the foundation. Throughout the years, and we're 51 years old now,
Wow.
Senior Resource Association.
Been here a long time.
Long time.
Yeah.
Long time providing a lot of services in the community. And obviously providing services takes dollars.
Yep.
And so we really felt that it was time that we expanded ourselves and have a foundation, and that will really focus on raising dollars and sustainability of
For perpetual dollars coming forward.
dollars. That's right, exactly. And I know you understand because you've done the same thing.
Exactly. You almost have to.
You have to. And so the foundation was established. Robin Orzel is the executive director. I'm still involved as, of course, President CEO of Senior Resource Association, but it is a division of Senior Resource Association, and it was formed, and the dollars that are raised obviously are going to go straight to the services that Senior Resource Association provides.
Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
That's a big step. A lot of paperwork.
A lot of paperwork that going through, opening it up. It is a 501c3, so of course, and in fact, we just got our official IRS designation, so we can accept donations to the foundation. So so that's a big one. We've got currently three wonderful board members. Pud Lawrence, yes, you remember Pud, I'm sure.
Yes.
She has been a longtime supporter of Senior Resource Association. In fact, she was one that hired me way back, 20 years ago.
A few years ago.
A few years ago. Thank you, kind. And then, of course, Don Michael, also a longtime supporter, and then Susan Oglesby, who has been newer into our fold. But three very strong, prominent individuals, and then, of course, our ex officio board chair, Lisa Thompson-Barnes. She also sits on the board as ex officio, but they are trustees. They're board of trustees rather than board of directors. We've made that decision. And we're really looking forward to working on the long-term sustainability of funding.
So this is a warning, I guess, to the community that there's going to be more marketing of this new way to help support the Senior Resource Association. That's wonderful. That's great.
So the next thing that I wanted to talk about is the navigation program. And of course, you're familiar with the navigation program. In fact, both the next two topics I wanted to discuss is something that you're familiar with. So last year, Senior Resource Association did acquire the Senior Collaborative. And with that came the two programs, Senior Expo and the navigation program. So I wanted to give a little bit of an update as to where we are with both.
Great.
And so the this navigation program, it is a program that connects individuals, people, families to senior services in our community. And that's what it was originally when it was with Senior Collaborative. That was one of the things that we really talked about, and the impetus really for why the Senior Collaborative started.
Not to exclude 211,
no,
but we all know that their base is out of a southern county,
That's
not
right.
Indian River County. And
That's right.
so we've always felt like the local resources weren't as well known, and therefore the answers weren't as pertinent to the individuals calling in.
That's right. And so when it was born out of the idea that people are looking for services for seniors, whether it be the senior themselves or family,
Right.
and especially the individuals that are the family members that are out of town,
Yep.
out of state.
Yeah.
They want to know what resources they could have for their parents or their loved one here in Indian River County. And it's interesting that we do receive phone calls asking these questions. And then, of course, we are monitoring the website that we have. And there is over 800 vendors that we have now. And we have a staff member who is working very closely with the vendors, making sure that the information is current.
That's very important.
Very important. It's one thing to have the information, but is it current and exactly.
And accessible.
And accessible.
Is anybody answering the phone over there? Yeah.
Right. And speaking of phone, so if anyone is wanting to get information, we are available weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And it's 772-569-0760, and it's extension 107.
Okay. So
and
it's your main
Ashlyn
number.
and Ashlyn is our person who you'll speak to. She's our resource person. And you can also find us, of course, on seniorresourceassociation.org.
So are you still getting individuals emailing requests in?
We get email requests, we have people calling, and we have individuals just checking online themselves. We do follow-up to make sure that when we provide the information to individuals that they are following through. And if they did follow through, did they get the information they need? Is there anything else we can help with? And so it's what a great program. I'm so happy that we started it, and I'm so thrilled that SRA has been able to take it over.
So am I.
Yeah, continue with it.
When funding got a little weaker, and it looked like we needed to do something else, one of the options was to just close up the doors.
That's right.
And it made me so sad because I've been in that position. Actually, in a reverse way, I'm in that position now because I have a son that's 5 states away in a boarding school. And if it weren't for being able to connect with trusted individuals there,
right? How would I manage? How would you manage?
Yeah.
That's so important.
Yeah.
And that is that's one of the things that we have been finding is that the resources that they're looking for, they don't even know what they're looking for a lot of times. And so that's where, Ashlyn is able to walk them through it and have a really good conversation with and share the different resources. And not, of course, obviously, with 800 vendors, there's somebody, and there's usually multiple that she can give information about, and they can follow up.
Yeah, as I recall, oftentimes, as you say, it's not, I'm looking for assisted living or I'm looking for a cardiologist for mom or dad. It's, I don't know how they're doing.
Or, I was on the phone with them and they made a comment and it made me concerned about what is going on. And so, and then when we have that kind of situation, obviously we can send someone in to do a wellness check and have a conversation with the person as well. And with elderly, I know with my mom, you ask, Mom, how you doing? And everything is just fine.
Everything's fine.
It's all fine.
That's right.
And unless you read into those I'll call them subtitles or those little innuendos, to say, hey, wait a minute, there's something a little off here.
Yeah.
Just need some checking. And so it's.
Or the casual mention of when they brought me home in the ambulance and you're like, what? Oh, don't worry. It was just, I faded out in the grocery store. I got a little faint. I landed on my butt and I said I was fine, but they made me go to the hospital and, after they ran every test in the world, they sent me home in an ambulance. What? And you couldn't have, well, anyways. Yes. Because we want to remain independent and not worry our family members. But the reality is that not everyone has a network where they're living to do that.
Right.
After that, I went up and I made sure that my mother had one of the life alerts.
Oh, yes.
I was
so
not
important.
home before she had turned it back in.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Really? Oh,
And of
dear.
course, that only came out in a fit of anger. You think I'm useless. But we did negotiate. She and a neighbor started to call each other. 10 o'clock came in handy a month later when she fell in the bathtub.
So
Getting old is not easy.
And no, it's not. And having those types of resources, my mother does the same. Every morning she gets up and at 7 a.m. she will text my sister.
That's
and
great.
she knows, my sister knows that if mom doesn't text, we got a problem.
Yep.
And so far, so good.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
But again, if you need an outside support system, the Senior Resource Navigation Program is definitely able to be that trusted resource. I'm sure that you probably are getting feedback on some of those 800 individual agencies that are providing care.
We do. In fact, we are collecting data so that we can do a really good report, how many calls are coming in. And I've expressed to my staff the importance of collecting all of this data because different times of the year, different times will individuals need different things, and we can determine gaps. Like, for example, right after the tornadoes a year ago, a lot of the calls were coming in about housing and food.
Right.
It escalated. So it shows us a trend, and on a monthly basis, they're reporting into myself and the other directors, and then we report to our board. And so if we see that there's a gap, or see if there's a spike in a particular demand or whatever, that's something that we can reach out to the community and say, hey, I think that there's something going on here, and we need to support.
So, lots of resources. We're going to take a short break, and then we're going to talk about the Senior Expo, which is like vendor central.
That's great.
So stay with us. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Treasure Coast Community Health in-house pharmacies have the lowest prices in Indian River County, even lower than big box pharmacies. Taking your medication as prescribed leads to better health. Affordable medicine makes it easier. Treasure Coast Community Health patients can pick up medicine as they leave the office or use free delivery and mail order services. Pharmacists are always available to answer questions. Switch to TCCH pharmacies. Save money, stay healthy. 772-257-8224 and ask about our price match.
Welcome to Riverside Theater's Comedy Zone, where the comedy is wild, untamed, and downright hilarious. Hit the zone this Friday and Saturday night at 6:30 and 8:30 for the Treasure Coast's best live stand-up comedy show, featuring nationally recognized comedians with cabaret-style seating and food and drink table service. Buy tickets at riversidetheater.com and get ready for a night of non-stop laughs.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats, and chairs in the latest styles and colors from Tommy Bahama, Lexington, Hooker, Four Seasons, Braxton, Color, and Capri. We're the outdoor furniture experts and have hundreds of styles of any patio furniture you need, including a gallery of American-made Telescope, Berlin Gardens, Lloyd Flanders, and Pollywood, all with no tariff ever. And we also specialize in fire pits, outdoor rugs, umbrellas, and replacement cushions. Right now, we're having a huge floor sample sale with lots of great markdowns on everything you need for your Florida home, including all pictures, lamps, and accessories half price. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Don't forget to visit our outlet store directly across the street, filled with lots of name brand closeouts and sale items. And visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
And welcome back to Community Conversations. If you're just joining us, my name is Vicki Soule. I'm the CEO of Treasure Coast Community Health, a nonprofit in Indian River County that provides primary care. Very comprehensive, accessible, and affordable primary care, I might add. whether it's medical or dental, behavioral health, substance use disorder treatments, pharmaceuticals. We even have on-site x-ray and labs and health navigation, and partner with wonderful, wonderful community partners. Like today, we have Karen Deigl here today from the Senior Resource Association. And so if you're just joining us, I'm sorry, you miss Karen getting to tell you about some of the new things that they're doing, and an update on the actual what used to be the Senior Collaborative. And that group started the Senior Expo 4 years ago? More.
Yeah, no, I think it would be 4 years.
4?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so, yeah.
And last year, 2 years ago, just before the Senior Expo, the Senior Resource Association took over that responsibility. Thank you very much. And it's coming up again in the spring.
Yes, it is. This is actually the first year that we are doing it on our own. So last year was the first we had acquired, and we were working through what had already been planned. So this year it is what we're planning, and it is going to happen on Thursday, April 23rd, and it is at the fairgrounds again.
Wonderful.
And it's from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And for everybody, it is free admission. There are over 90 vendors that are coming out to offer products and services and information, and you can just wander around and pick up lots of tchotchke items from each of them. That's a big favorite, of course.
Like a marketplace, only you don't have to spend.
That's right. That's right. You know, we were talking earlier about information and referral and resources, and of course, this is a great place to be right in front of all of those resources, because there's a lot of information that will be provided.
Think about how many phone calls you're replacing.
I know.
If people only called a fifth of them, that's still a lot of telephone time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And so we do thank all of the individuals that come out on behalf of their agencies. I'm sure we'll be there again. And so there is a fair amount of planning. You got to order those tchotchkes, the giveaways, and you don't want to have the same thing that your neighbor last year had, and you have to have it imprinted so they remember where they got it from. And it's got to be useful, and it's got to be affordable for us. And
That's right.
There is a fair amount of planning that goes in for everyone that is there, but such a good turnout.
It is. There's over 600 people that attend. And this year we'll have informative speakers again on different subjects, health and wellness, and community resources. We're also, of course, the medical screening, free medical screenings and demonstrations.
And food trucks.
And food trucks. We're going to have food trucks again. Yes, that's correct. Many different types of food we're having. And
wonderful.
Of course, there is the complimentary parking, and we have the shuttle bus that's there for ease of access if you need it. But a couple new things this year that we're doing. So first, Senior Resource Association has a choir, the Silvertones. That's right. And the Silvertones perform 3 big concerts a year. They practice all year, and there's over 60 or over 70 members with the choir. They will be performing throughout the morning as well.
Oh, how nice.
So that's going to be fun. We are also going to have an antique car show. So anybody that is interested in nostalgia.
I was going to say, so we can wander around and say, I had my first date in.
When did that car become an antique? I mean, that's...
Anything over 25 years, Karen. Sorry.
I know. And then, of course, last year we were going to have a chance to win a $100 gift card every hour.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So
what do you have to do for that? Just show up?
Show up. I'm sure that you have to fill out your name and get a ticket, I'm sure, but we'll be drawing, and so you'll be able to win.
Must be present to win?
Must be present to win.
Makes sense.
That's right. So for those that, now you don't have to, of course, we're going to do 1 an hour, so, you can be within that hour if you're not going to hang out for the whole day, but you're more than welcome to, because
there's a lot to see.
There's a lot of things going on, and so we're pretty excited about this year. And
no doubt.
It'll be good being in April. The weather will be nice still, and so we look forward to that.
So if someone wants to insure a spot, are you taking reservations from the different agencies yet?
I believe we actually have have filled up, but please call, of course, call Senior Resource Association 772-569-0760 and ask the marketing department. Angela Bossman and Robin Thompson are the ones that are involved with putting this together. And
so other than very walkable shoes, is there anything they should bring? A bag?
Well,
or are bags given out? Or?
You can bring a bag, but bags are going to be given out.
Have
normally,
a spot for those tchotchkes, you know.
That's right. And I know that there's always one or two vendors who like to hand the bag, so there will be some.
Okay.
Yeah, some walking shoes, and just take your time and chat with. Take time to find out about those resources. Don't be afraid to ask questions and get more information about all the things that are, good and healthy, and what you may need in your life.
And I was just thinking maybe that, I've seen some individuals who are no longer employed but handed out their own business cards for years.
Yes.
Come up with their own personal business cards on retirement. But I suspect that there'll be lists of people for contacting afterwards at specific tables.
Yes. Yeah. You'll be able
Okay.
to collect the names and everything, the cards and all of that. And and of course, we always have a list. Like if you lose a person's name or something, you can always call us afterwards, and we can help walk you through that.
Okay.
For sure.
That is really exciting.
Yes.
So I promised that we would talk for a minute about Meals on Wheels.
Thank you.
Food insecurity continues to be a major problem as costs have gone up. We're paying for hamburger now what we used to pay for steak.
I know.
And steak is an illusion that you pass by as you do your grocery shopping. So
that's right.
how or has the Meals on Wheels program changed over the last couple of years?
So we are finding we're having more individuals calling us on a monthly basis. It used to be about 2025 that we would get phone calls on a monthly basis
from the individuals themselves.
From individuals themselves saying, or from their family saying, hey, they need help. We are now up to about 35 a month.
That sounds like a wait list.
There is a wait list. There is, and there is a wait list.
There's
now.
that tension headache.
I know.
I
could you just
I'm
see
so
it? It's
sorry.
Like, oh.
Let's end on a happy note here.
It's the program designed for individuals who are homebound, who need food, seniors over the age of 60, and it's such a wonderful resource because it's not about the food. It's not all about the food. It's also that wellness check that we just talked about, with our families even, and having that volunteer drop that food off and be able to say hi. So we're working with individuals. We help with isolation because they have that connection now with that volunteer. The food insecurity, not having enough food, and there are many of our clients that this might be the only meal they have. Or
they can't cook.
Well, that's
I mean,
the hard
instability.
Part. The instability. Someone who is blind, how are they going to cook? Someone that has arthritis and can't open jars or hold any plates or anything. For those individuals that are using walkers because instability, and how are they going to move their plates, their dishes, their pots, whatever, to a place to sit, to eat, because they, all these things, we, are helping. And that eyes on that person so that, and we all know people have fallen and haven't been able to get up.
Yep.
And that volunteer is the only person that they see. And so right away we're able to connect.
Like, how come you're limping, Sam?
Yeah.
I fell. Did you go to the doctors? Well, no.
Right. We've had, I remember one, actually it was a nurse who donated her time to being a volunteer for Meals on Wheels. And she went into a home, and the client had eye surgery, and the eye was weeping terribly. And she said, that doesn't look good. We need to get you to the doctor. Oh, I think it's okay. It's like, no, you need to see someone. It's infected. That's the kind of.
So we have to wrap up. Tell me what number they should call to be a volunteer driver or to give a donation.
Thank you. Call 772-569-0760. That's
Okay.
and thank you. Thank you so much for that plug.
We're a
we
community.
need volunteers. We need donations. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for being with us to the end. Please share this information with your friends and your family members. Not everybody can tune into the radio, and it doesn't have to be verbatim, although we are on Facebook, YouTube, and lots of other social media channels. By word of mouth, that information helps everyone. Thank you, and goodbye.
Thank you.